Hey, this is PNW Enduro. The last couple summers, 2-3 summers in the Pacific Northwest have been very hot, very dry. Some of the riding areas even a couple years ago were closed for a period of time due to fire risk. And here we are this year, 2019, early July, and I'm just sitting waiting out a bit of a rainstorm. So big change. Looks like it's going to be a good summer for dirt biking here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm about to head out in a new area today and go for the second ride on my 2020 KTM 250XC TPI. So one thing I noticed about the bike this morning, seems to want to take a little bit longer to warm up compared to my carbureted bike. So I've raced this area a few times. One of my favorite race locations, actually. This is the first time I've come to ride here specifically just for a ride. No races at this location this year. But I always really enjoy the trails here, so it's nice to come and just do a trail ride. It's also usually really dry here. It rained last night, and then just before I started had about 15 minutes of downpour, so everything's pretty wet. All the log crossings are going to be slippery today. But hey, it beats dust and forest fires, that's for sure. You can see how this thing just lugs up the hill, mid-gear high, and just crawling. No clutch at all. So as you know, probably if you watch this channel, my last bike was also a 250. Might be wondering with some of the trails I do why I'm not on a 300. Well, I definitely thought long and hard about switching to a 300 this time. I even tried a few of my buddies' bikes, but I just felt that 250 suits my style more. And I'm also pretty light, so I don't feel like I need the extra power. I like the more lively engine on the 250. I mean, don't get me wrong, 300s are awesome and I love how they lug. But this new fuel-injected two-stroke 250, it lugs just really well. Not as much as a 300. I almost went off the trail there. Good thing for spark busters. So getting back to the 250 versus 300, I sure was thinking about a 300 this time, and now that I've got a couple rides on this bike, learning the engine characteristics, how well it lugs, no regrets at all. Glad I stuck with the 250. This suits my style more. So if you're thinking about a 250 or a 300, I really don't think you can go wrong either way. It just comes down to what suits your riding style more. The 250s seem to be a little more free revving and you can feel like you're pushing the limits of the bike a bit more. Whereas the 300 is going to have a little bit more grunt and you can get away with shifting a bit less. For most people, I think the 250 is going to be able to do everything that the 300 does. Unless you're quite a bit heavier rider, in that case the 300 might be the bike of choice. Ride number 2 with the TPI is in the books. Storm front is starting to come in. It's raining again, so I'm going to call it a day. Definitely really impressed with this bike. It handles so well. I'm so comfortable on it already. I'm just so impressed with how the setup is right out of the box. I'm really comfortable on the suspension. The motor is super smooth. A little bit more smooth than the Carb 2 strokes. Some people call these 3 strokes, and I can see why it is a little bit more linear, but in a good way. It's better handling, I feel. It's more controllable. Still really fun to ride. Awesome bike. Just makes me want to ride more and more. Loving this bike so far. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos, and I will see you next time.